Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. We are back with a new episode of The Challenge, season 39, Battle for a New Champion. So let's get straight into it.
So, like we said, this particular episode, nothing happened, but a lot happened. So we kind of gonna be jumping all over the place. So we won't do our usual breakdown of the episode. We'll just hit the hot stuff.
Mhm.
And so the first thing first, I'm tired. I'm tired of this house, these players, this episode. Literally, the last 10 minutes, I was like, okay, now we're getting somewhere. This is
Yes,
what.
I was like, now we cooking. Now we cooking. I was really, yeah, the last 10 episodes, literally, I could have skipped to the very end because I was with it at the end.
All right. So the first thing we kind of see and we can touch base on is this whole Olivia, Horacio, Nerese situation. So at the top of the episode, Nerese gets the phone. Well, she goes to get a phone call from her family, and basically they like Olivia has been talking. Well, first she said, she's in love for Horacio. He's Latino, so her parents like, what, he's cute. We love that for you. We stand that. So, and then the brother was like, that's cute, but Olivia is basically
But where
talking
they get that
mess.
information from about Olivia? I was wondering because like they're in the house, so she was talking stuff before they got in the house. Is that what they're saying? And they're reporting it to her now. Like who was she? Like how do they have the information? The family.
Yeah, that's what I didn't know either. So I wonder. Well, they could have air. They're not in the house right now. So
Yeah,
I was
I
gonna
mean they're not
say,
airing stuff now, so I don't. I wonder how they like what's the information coming from? Somebody told somebody something, they're relaying it back to her. So I was just wondering in regards to that.
or maybe, yeah, maybe at this up to this point, no, because it's still the timeline. This was filmed way before, so yeah, I don't know exactly how the brother got the information or why Olivia would. Because I guess it could be some 39 or 38 mess that was like delayed from Nerese getting it because they did 38 and then really just got shipped right back to 39. So it's probably
Mhm.
some stuff that they didn't see before I guess
Mhm.
that whole season wrapped up. But so she get the call, so Nerese is already kind of like, I don't know what's going on with homegirl, but let me watch what she all about. So they're in the kitchen, and Olivia is just basically, which I didn't like her really turning on Horacio, and was basically just kind of just showing that she was jealous of him hanging
Yeah.
out with like Zara and Nerese. And Nerese was like, girl, don't take it personal. Like you're still his number one.
Yeah.
So what are you like
Yeah,
even,
like he's still not gonna say her name. I guess I don't know, like she's feeling like from what she's saying, she's like they don't talk at all. So how are they even cool if they don't talk at all? Even if you don't say my name, we just in an alliance. So she's like, I don't know. I get what she's saying. I'm sorry, I
but
get what she's trying to convey, but what Nerese saying stands like he's not gonna say her name. What do you think? You going around bad talking him and like or letting people talk bad about him to you. And eventually if somebody does spill the beans, then you really ain't gonna be in my number one because I don't heard you say so many things about me to different people. So I don't know. I don't know, but I guess you just feeling it's like kind of like the Berna Michelle situation. Like feeling
yeah,
neglected
but you can't say he's not
friends, I
talking to
guess.
you. You can't say he's not talking to you if you're not talking to him either. Because I'm
Yeah,
not
y'all
seeing you
gotta
trying
talk
to
to each
pull him.
other. You gotta go and spend time in a room with Horacio, just like you go and seek out Jay or whoever your friends are. You gotta seek him out too. And like Horacio said, I'm still cool with Olivia. I still consider myself cool with Olivia. She's still my number one, but we are on opposite sides of the house. So I'm talking game to people that are ready to get people out that I want to get out. You don't want to get out, Michelle. So you ain't in that room when I'm talking about him. I'm
Exactly. And
talking
then the
violent about
fact that if even though, even if y'all not talking, whatever the case may be, it's still established that you're my number one, I'm your number one. However, you're still letting people target me, but I'm not doing the same thing for you.
it. Yeah.
Like you're saying that I'm not protecting you, that you basically And then fast forward, we see
if you about to, what you about to say?
I was about to say, who was it? Asaf or
No,
Jay?
with Jay.
They was like, you basically carry Horacio.
I knew you got to say that because when you were talking, I was like, what? Because
when we watching the same show.
Because I know I know what you're trying to say. Like you know, you carried him because of the social aspect. He was only good at the challenges. He was only good at the challenges on the challenge. Yeah.
Like if it wasn't like he literally carried you on his back, like
yeah. So like she had the
did.
right impression. Like she's like he did so much for me, and he did. He got you through those challenges. Like Jay is trying to say, like what he should have said is you helped him too be more sociable with people and connect with people on that level.
It was a 50-50.
But for you to be like, no, you carried him. He would have been gone last time if it wasn't for you. No. If you want to say
Horacio put in all the work.
Yeah, if you want to say 50,
Olivia did what she had to do, but if you think about it, Horacio still went into eliminations even after they were separated. So Horacio put it like Horacio carried her, and when they was like, "Oh, y'all back with y'all original," like Horacio did that groundwork.
Yeah.
Like,
so you want to go 50-50, then yes, that is something that could be true. But for Jay to try to be like, actually, no, it was really you the whole time. We would have been sent him in. And I was like, Jay,
you were going you were going like fifth out, like
I was just like, okay, it's the delusion because Horacio definitely was like he said, he only did challenges. That's all I have to do is win the challenge.
That's like the social game, yes, a part of it. But if we're not winning challenges or eliminations, there's literally no point to having a social game.
Yeah, so
he locked in when he needed to.
Yeah, so I think the issue is she's too quick to talk about him to other people. For somebody who is your your ride or die, your number one, nobody should be able to come to you and be so aggressive about this person to you. Yeah, she's like, well, I really don't want to run a final with him. What ride or die are you? What kind of ride or die is that?
Exactly, especially when he's not doing the same thing to you. Like he's literally, Olivia's my number one. I would never say her name. He doesn't even bring her into the conversation. It's always Michelle, Jay. Those are the people I'm gunning for. Olivia, I want to take her to the final. Like I'm not, even when Kylan is like, yeah, they talk about everybody but Olivia, yet when it's on the opposite end, you're still including Horacio in the conversation. So it's just the rest of
Horacio not off the table for her, which is one of the problems, I think.
Yeah. So let's get into this daily. So this daily is called We All Fall Down. It's played in 4 teams in a tournament format where 2 teams that win their first matchup compete against each other in the final round. For each matchup, 2 teams begins on a platform above water with a hanging wall in between them. And they must attempt to push the wall into their opponents and make them fall in the water. And the team that pushes all members of the opposing team into the water wins the matchup. And then the team of the final 2 wins the daily altogether. And first off, how is Michelle going to be mad that people are calling her out for the stuff that she's been doing?
So she's like, Mariah put, first of all, we didn't even see it on camera. It was not on camera. But, apparently Mariah pulled her to the side like, hey, basically, don't throw this.
Exactly.
Like,
and the producers being messy. See, this is the questions the producers need to be asking in these other confessionals, like, get the real information. Because the producers are like, so Michelle, how are you feeling about your team today? And Michelle is like, well, if they think I'm gonna throw this challenge and they don't trust me, but this team is built on trust and they calling me out. And Mariah was like, first off, I didn't do that. I just pulled you aside. It was like, this is, people are being a little skeptical and, we just want to make sure, we all on the same page. And then, she was trying to put words in Kylan's mouth and Kylan was just like, that's not what I said either. Like,
Yeah,
but it
Kylan's
was
like,
given very
I'm scared
much.
you're gonna throw it because it might be a guy's day and I don't want to go in. So I'm scared you're gonna throw it because you want to save people that's part of your alliance. And at this point, Kylan, no matter what they talking about, no matter what lie they tell him, you ain't a part of this alliance. So he's like, I need to make sure you're not gonna throw it, which is reasonable.
Yeah, especially when it's a known thing that y'all not playing the same game. Throughout this episode, Michelle, her feeling herself is really starting to like irk Smarter. Talk about the worker bees are the worker bees aren't working anymore. Like, protect your queen bee. Like, who are you? Like, where is this entitlement coming from?
I can't believe she said that. She's been on TV for many years. I'm surprised she wouldn't think that. Maybe she does. Maybe that was a good thing for her. She knew that that was a clip they would play and it would make her very like it was like a good sound bite. But if like for somebody who would want to be like liked on TV or like come a good image on TV, you would know not to say that because that's something that would not give you a good image. And frankly, the rate that is going, if they ever did like a heroes villain season, they would not put this Michelle on the hero. And before, I might have said she might have been on like a heroes good guys type of situation because she
Yeah.
was never like like I mean, she was never like somebody who was somebody that people like a
Yeah,
bad
she was
guy,
an underdog. She was
an
like,
underdog. But
yeah.
now
So the daily, nothing really happened too much. Kylan, James, and Mariah were basically the power trio for this daily. They came up with a good strategy. Again, they didn't really know where Michelle stood, but she said, trust her. She'll give her all. They ended up making it through the first round. Jay, Aesop, Raven, and Colleen. They put up a good fight, but they really didn't do nothing. The second round, Ed, Horacio, Zara, Berna, overpowered Corey, Olivia, Nerese, and Emmanuel. And then Corey, they basically said Corey has all this strength but doesn't know how to use it. And basically Corey, and then in some clips he would literally just let go and hold his hands up while they pushing against them. It's like, what are you doing? But in the end, Horacio, Ed, Zara, and Berna are the winners. Berna is once again showing all the cakes as she have her shorts or whatnot. So they go to TJ lets them know that it's a women elimination and everybody is surprised. I'm not too sure why. But yeah, so Zara and Raven last week basically established that they are working together. They are unofficially, officially each other's number ones. And she said she doesn't want to vote for Raven. Raven just went in and came back, so it's not really fair. And Berna was like, I want to protect Colleen. I'm not too sure who Ed wanted to
Ed
protect.
wanted to protect Colleen at first too, but Ed is not gonna push it. That's
Yeah.
kind of like what Bernard said. Ed's not gonna push it. Y'all don't want to protect her. Okay, next look, next. So he don't have nobody that I think everybody is up for grabs for Ed as far as he's concerned. If it's not him, so that's the game for him. So he won't say Colleen name. I ain't gonna say it unless somebody mention it. So if somebody mentioned it, he's like, okay, that's what it's gonna be. So she's not his number one. So he didn't feel enough to like try harder to save her. So Berna, that was the person. And
I
as
will
far as
say,
uh,
Raven needs to learn how to chill before
yes,
speaking.
every time she's like these these bees are calling them the P word.
Yeah, talking about they playing a scary game. I'm like,
It's like
girl.
it's not a scare game. I mean, it is, but at the same time, you are the name that has already been said, and it's kind of annoying when people that play the same game are the person that's when it's their turn to be called in is like y'all playing a scare game. You was playing it with us last week. We was all playing. The majority rules. The team decides the person that's going into one of the names up for elimination is Colleen. Berna said, tell Colleen I tried to save you, girl, but it was she was outnumbered and Ed wasn't trying to help me. So she's like, I want you to know I tried my best, but Ed, that don't
I was like,
telling
not you
Colleen
snitching.
that don't affect Ed. Ed's like when we go back to the house and everything, and Ed is not Ed, Colleen's kind of like, why would they call me not Raven? Well, I just he's like, it's time to what did you say? It's time to make big moves. They always want to make big moves when they up for elimination. I'm like, this gonna be
But
your last
even when they say
move.
let's make big moves, so let's say it's like, oh, let's make big moves. It'd be like somebody, oh, we're going to throw in Huey. What? How's that a big move? Like,
Colleen is up for elimination, and she is like, everybody's protecting these people, which is Michelle, Olivia, Jay, and Nerese. Yeah, Michelle, Olivia, Jay, and Nerese, and they for some reason don't see Ace off sitting with them either. Ace off be right there,
so
but they don't see
according
Ace.
to the list, it is Aesop, Colleen, Berna, and E-Man on one side with Michelle, Olivia, and Maurice J in the middle, and then Horacio, Kylan, Raven, Zaza on the other end as well, with James and Mariah. So yeah.
And so afterwards, I just feel like the way I would play this afterwards, if I was Colleen afterwards, I guess you playing for next week, because after my name has been put into elimination and now they just got to do nomination, it ain't got nothing to do with me. I actually don't care now, because you know what I mean? Like we said previously, they're not going against the person that the house picks for nominations. So I'm not out here trying to plead my case to you. So unless I'm working for, if for next week, if I don't get picked, then maybe that's what I'm working for. But I don't even care now.
I guess the whole thing is the plan that they be trying to do is for like a next week thing, but
yeah,
they
that's what I'm saying. They got to be
this
working for next week, because this don't
but
matter for the elimination. Back to Colleen, this plan she's trying to do. She's like, yeah, I noticed all these people are being protected, and it's kind of annoying, and it make me just fast forward and not really care about whatever plan. I want the plan to come together, but it's like I just be like, it's too late. If like if what's that thing? If you can see this, it's too close. If you're looking at this, it's too late. Because you think everybody protecting them. Yeah, you was standing there with a shield and a sword too. Yeah, she was right behind you. You wouldn't let nobody pass either. When all these people been trying to get to the people behind you, you was ready to protect them. But now she done pushed you in front of her, and it's your turn to be sacrificed. And now you're like, we can't be protecting all these people. No. Yeah. So Michelle has been playing a great game on these people. And I mean,
let her tell it.
let her tell it and let it show. That's what it is. Like, this is her game. This is Michelle's challenge.
Yeah, we get the deliberation. Nothing happens.
I
I
fast
do
forward.
want to. Corey gained some points with me this episode during deliberation, because he was just like, everybody playing the scare game, and I am too. Like,
yeah, I like that. That made me like you a little more. Took you off moved you a little bit over to my my
right,
good.
just a little bit.
But when he was talking to Raven, and they're like, you can't be scared, champions. What did she say? She said something like champions have to fight or something like that, and they go into elimination. I would say, I don't know, which it depends on which champions we're talking about.
well, she said no. She said that what champion have you known that had a good social game but wasn't like a good competitor, essentially? And that part, I mean, technically KC
and Wes. No, you said no. That has a good social game. Oh, no, Wes don't have a good social game.
Yeah, that has a good social game.
I mean,
and that doesn't really have to like compete. I mean, KC competed, but her social game is what really saved her. Like, she didn't do any work. Like, she made one choice at the end, literally at the end,
I mean, but it wasn't really. That's the.
But yeah, I get what you were saying. Yeah, for you to be you just can't rely on your social game. You have to go into eliminations. That's why Josh haven't won. That's why Nani hasn't won. Like, yeah, well, not in Josh's case. Yeah, Nani can make it to a final, but you just can't perform. Like, yeah.
Yeah, because I think you could be the opposite. You can be I think you can have a good what I'm trying to say, especially if it's a solo. If you eventually gonna be solo, you can have a good social game, but you still got to be able to compete. But you could solo, you can have a terrible social game, but if you're a great competitor, you can still win without the social game. That is the sense of Wes. That's Jordan. That's CC don't even talk to people no more for real.
This is where the episode picked up. So we get to the elimination. Kara comes out, and it's been like 5 years since Kara was on our scene.
Yeah, I was very happy. That was a good. It was a good elimination. It was a good. I mean, frankly, I ain't gonna even say it's not rigged. It could have been rigged.
Yeah. I felt a lot. I was like, this is what we needed.
Yes, I was literally what we needed. Like,
she came in, and I was like, although Michelle is on my fantasy draft team, I was like, oh, I wish Cara would pull this chaos step and call Michelle out. And Cara was like, so why are you two down here? How many times y'all been down here? Twice, Colleen, Raven, 3 times. Oh, so y'all being bullied. I was bullied on my season. So who did it? Colleen? Those 4 hasn't been down here. What for? Those 4?
Exactly. I was like, let me tell you something. This is what you do. You a champion, you know good TV. Let's do it, Cara.
And she was like, so orange shirt, knowing she knew who Michelle was too. Even if she didn't know Michelle. She said, hey, orange shirt. Who would you choose? Michelle, trying to be PC. Oh, I don't think I can throw anybody under the bus. Cara, instantly. Say less. It's you then. If I pull this mallet, it's you. And Michelle just thought, and Janice was like,
Michelle's like, I don't even know Cara. Why would she
and
yeah,
then,
that was so good.
Lo and behold, Cara pulled the chaos mallet, and she, orange shirt, it's you.
Yeah, I'm convinced it was something on the stick that gave it away.
Yeah, I think they literally didn't pay anything else. It was all mallets, I think, for this one.
And they put 3 mallets in the pan. We can pay 3 mallets.
This was producer innovation. They was like, we're tired of this. It's time for Michelle to get. I think the producers knew was like, okay, it's time to.
They were trying to get Michelle out because it's just I needed that house to shake up.
Yeah, and then like they said, if Michelle would have left,
they wouldn't know what to do.
They would have everything would have crumbled. People would have went left, right. It would have broke everything up. But so the elimination they're playing is called Blockhead. Players must transfer 9 large cubicle puzzle pieces from the bound of the arena to their respective platform in the center and use the pieces to solve a puzzle. The first place to solve the puzzle wins. Cara started out strong. She was like, this is just a CrossFit to me. Michelle
is really strong. And so that's why I was, I'm always skeptical when they saying stuff like that. Like, because there was no negative feedback from confessionals, and Michelle's feedback was so negative as far as like, oh, she's doing terrible. It's so hard. I don't know if I can do this. I was like,
then all of a sudden, I always know it's about to change the time when they be like, and then something just clicked in, and I just had to clock in.
I just went into overdrive.
That's when they will. I was like, when she said that, I was like, and then I think it was Nerese or Olivia was like, Kara's not good at puzzles, and I was just like, well, there we go.
Well, but I knew because it was just too much. They was like, she's doing so well. Michelle don't stand a chance. Oh, and then I was like, oh. But then I was looking at my screen. I was like, only 3 minutes left. Cara, you got 3 minutes to save it. Yeah, but it's the puzzle. She was able to get them pieces. She could have did it if she was able to do that. But like in this instance, like they said, the like brains of the chat of this particular elimination were really important. The brawn is important too to get them into place, but to actually solve it, you need to be able to see it.
I will say I didn't appreciate the cursing and like all of this like praise and admiration that Michelle got. Like literally the whole house jumped from the stands
It was
to
great.
congratulate her. What was that energy for?
Where was that for Big
Raven?
T? Where was that for Raven? I say
All
just
these people that saved your money, Kylan, like.
And that's why.
And at that moment, if y'all didn't know by then, if I was Colleen, if I was Raven, if I was Corey, yeah, that got
Corey, Raven, Colleen, Horacio, and I think we could convince Nerese to jump ship. I'm really just saying, like, take a look around. What's that line from Say the Last Dance? Open your pretty brown eyes, because you cannot see it because it's in your face. Michelle gonna win this. Frankly, I see them at on the final picking Michelle up on their shoulders, walking to the finish line, and being like, "Go ahead, girl."
But let's get into our fantasy draft. In first place, we have Team Say. He has all his players. They didn't really do too much this episode. Everyone was pretty standard. Berna did give him some comp points because she was one of the winners. In second place, we have my team. I had 3 of the 4 winners in my team, so I did, some good comp points. I'm catching up to Save, about to get my first place back real soon, because this team gonna be dropping like flies. And then, in third place, holding steady and holding strong, we have Team GG.
It's okay. It's okay, Kylan. I'm still rooting for you.
You hold it steady, you hold it strong. Hopefully Aesop just find himself in elimination. But it sounds like she said, I'm back now, so come back. So you can
come back, Cara, because that was such a great reception. And I think it was like due. Cara is like one of the best to me, out of anybody, out of any challenger person. So yeah, I was happy to see her, and I'm glad they saved her for the last woman. I really am. But those are our thoughts and opinions of this episode of the Challenge 39. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and we will see you on our next video. Peace.